Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome to the channel. Today is a bit of a different topic. I want to talk about, in my opinion, the top 5 jets you probably never heard of. So with rank 8 jets coming to the game, you probably have seen a ton of coverage on the F-16 and the MiG-29. So much so that you might be sick of hearing about those jets. I think we've reached a saturation point. So rank 8 is a thing now. But there's so much more that we could be talking about. The possibilities are near endless. There are other capable jets that exist in the world, it's just that no one ever brings them up. Well, I'm about to change that, so tuck in and get ready to gorge yourself on some alternative jet awareness. Alright, so the first jet I'll talk about here is the HAL Tejas. This is an indigenously built Indian fighter from Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. It's a supersonic, single-engine, delta-wing multi-role fighter that kind of looks like an evolution of the venerable Mirage 2000. It was designed to replace some of India's oldest fighters. There are 4 versions, the Mark I, the Mark 1A, the Mark II, and there's an operational trainer. The Tejas boasts some of the most sophisticated avionics in the 4th generation category. It's actually probably more of a 4th gen plus. But it has an advanced pulse Doppler radar, or an AIC radar, and an electronic warfare suite that is pretty advanced. It also has some pretty modern weapons, which of course Gaijin would need to balance. Obviously this is a pretty new plane. It's been in development since 2001 and became operational with an Indian combat squadron in 2016. Alright, so the next fighter up here is one that I think gets overlooked quite a bit, and this is the Aerospace Industrial Development Company, or AIDC, FCK-1. It's an indigenously developed Taiwanese twin-engine supersonic multi-role fighter. To me, it looks like a blend of the F-16 and the F-18. This jet was first made in 1989 and was introduced into operational service in 1992. There are 4 basic models: the original FCK-1 A or B Ching and the FCK-1 CD Sheng. So I hope I pronounced those correctly. These 4th generation jets feature the Golden Dragon or GD53 pulse Doppler radar, which is itself based on the APG-67, which was developed for the F-20 Tiger Shark. Alright, so the next jet up here is actually a family of jets. It's the T-50 Golden Eagle. So it's, like I said, it's a family of lead-in fighter trainers and combat aircraft, light combat aircraft at that, manufactured by the Korean aerospace industries. These light aircraft have been in operational service since 2005 and are very modern. They feature some of the most cutting-edge avionics and armaments available. The fighter and attack version, the FA-50, features sniper pods or lightning pods and a multitude of weapon choices such as the AM-9 Sidewinder, the M120 AMRAAM, the AMG-65 Maverick JDAMs, that's just to name a few. There are at least 3 versions of the jet I think Gaijin would be interested in, the original being the TA-50 light attack version with the ELM-2032 pulse Doppler radar. There's also the FA-50 Block 10, which also has the same radar. And then there's the FA-50 Block 20, which will eventually get an AIC radar if it hasn't already. There's a couple of different ones that KAI is considering. With that though, the Block 20 would get BVM capability, so it would be able to use the AMRAAM. And I know, active radar missiles like the AMRAAM, a lot of people may think it's too soon. I don't really know where Gaijin's going with this with rank 8, so you know, the sky is the limit to Gaijin right now. So just throwing it in there, of course subject to balancing or whatever Gaijin wants to do about it. But the point I wanted to make here is just the FA-50 Block 20 would have the AMRAAM capability or BVR capability. The T-50 and the FA-50 Block 10 do not have BVR capability. Alright, so the next jet up here is really similar to the T-50 family, and that's the L-15B or the Hongdu Aviation Industry Corporation JL-10. So this is another supersonic advanced lead-in trainer and light combat aircraft. This modern Chinese aircraft was introduced in 2013 and features a PISA radar and some advanced weaponry such as the SD-10 and the PL-8 air-to-air missile. It's also capable of dropping precision-guided munitions such as the LS-6, There are at least 4 versions of this aircraft, I believe, but the main version that I'm interested in is the L-15B light attack aircraft. Alright, so I kind of saved the best for last in my opinion. So the aircraft I like to see the most in rank 8 is the JF-17 Thunder. I feel this is a very strong plane, and it's one of the best jets that I think no one's ever heard of. I play this plane a lot in DCS World. It's really good aircraft, just not many people fly it. The JF-17 was a joint project between Pakistan Aeronautical Complex and China's Chengdu Aircraft Corporation. It has a pretty interesting development history as well. It was designed to replace multiple aging Pakistani Air Force aircraft such as the Mirage 3 and the F-7. This multi-role fighter is highly capable and features some of the most modern systems such as the KLJ-7 Advanced Pulse Doppler Radar. It has a missile approach warning system. It can fire the SD-10 missiles, and it has a plethora of precision guided munition choices. There are 4 variants of the JF-17, and that would be the JF-17A Block 1 and Block 2. There's a JF-17B Block 2, which is a 2-seater trainer, and it's a ground attack version as well. There's also the JF-17 Block 3, which will feature the improved KLJ-7A ASA radar and an helmet-mounted sight. Alright guys, as always, these aircraft, in my opinion, these are the top 5 aircraft I would pick, just alternative planes that are pretty good. Instead of everybody always talking about the MiG-29 and the F-16, this is a way we can branch out and perhaps get other nations some really good aircraft in the game outside of the main ones everybody's always talking about. And of course these jets, like the HAL Tejas and the JF-17 Thunder has some pretty advanced features on them. So of course they're going to be subject to balancing. They may not get all of their equipment at the time that they're introduced. Maybe it would trickle in later like Gaijin does with a lot of things. So definitely a gaijin problem to figure out. But I think these planes are worthy and should be added to the game. As always, let me know what you guys think. If you like this video and you like this kind of content, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, and you'd also check the notification bell. Make sure you have that ticked off so you can be notified when I make a new video. Alright guys, thanks a lot for checking it out. I'll see you in the future. Thank you.